This is a panel praising RFK, saying Democratic Party has become the party of war. It's a short clip, barely 2 minutes. Let's listen. This is, of course, on Fox News, because they wouldn't even be talking about RFK Jr. Like credibly on any other channel. So let's listen on this channel.
To RFK Jr. saying that the Democrats have become the party of war. And he also made a good point. He said most people, most Americans, majority, don't have $1,000 in an emergency fund if we get in trouble. You know, it's funny. I just got a text last night from a friend who's Republican in Texas, was asking me about RFK. Didn't know I was going to be on Fox this morning talking about it. There's a lot of energy in both parties looking at him, I think, because he's been so blunt and saying things that mainstream politicians are willing to say. But I think he is correct in the fact that if you fail at deterrence, which this administration has done in multiple times, what we saw, you and I talked about 3 months into the Biden presidency, Hamas was attacking Israel after we gave them the Abraham Accords. You know, 7-9 months in, Kabul has fallen to the Taliban, and then you see this major war in Europe. So you become the party of war when you consistently fail to deter bad actors from taking the aggressive things that they do. All right. We have about a minute left. Thank you for that, sir. 30 seconds. What is your reaction to RFK Jr.? Well, I think Bobby Kennedy's entrance in this race is a blockbuster, and I think it forced President Biden's hand to declare that he was going to be the Democratic nominee, or at least in this race, a lot earlier than he wanted to. Bobby Kennedy is doing what Bill Clinton tried to do in 1992, which is drag the Democratic Party kicking and screaming back to the center and back to its traditional pillars of being anti-war.
What are you talking about, Bill Clinton dragging the party to the center? Now that man dragged that party all over the place and made it corporate. Jesus Christ. We got rid of Glass-Steagall. We had the crime bill, the Telecoms Act. I mean, if the American people knew just how much of a neoliberal crap dog Bill Clinton was, everybody was screaming bloody murder. But, everyone's got rose-colored glasses on. Oh, yeah, Bill Clinton, and we had a budget surplus. Oh, yeah, that lasted for a while until Wall Street decided to start screwing around, and then we're all stuck paying in debt for the rest of our lives. Saying Bill Clinton... What is she smoking on? What does she have?
Other president, hey kid, what other president in the last 50 years has passed more terrible legislation that has affected more people than Bill Clinton? I'm trying to think who's a worse president in our modern history than Bill Clinton and Ronald Reagan. Who? Like, he is literally neck and neck in Ronald Reagan if he hasn't overtaken him simply based off of the effects of his legislation. Like, much terrible legislation he put out. Go ahead.
Ronald Reagan was the guy who opened up the door and planted the seeds of corporatism and neoliberalism. I would say he set out the foundation. I would not say he's the end-all, be-all bad guy, because there were people who did what he wanted to do. And the thing is, I want to name 2 presidents. Yes, it's easy to go after Republican lawmakers. There's a lot to call out with George Bush Sr. and, of course, George Bush Jr. But there's 2 presidents that come into mind. Bill Clinton and a guy named Barack Obama, who led us from 2 wars to 7. We got rid of habeas corpus, whistleblowers being arrested, journalists being arrested. Somehow he gets a Nobel frickin' Peace Prize, but yet he has a very big high kill record count. I mean, what else is there really say about the 2 Democratic presidential leaders? Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. If people knew, just because again, the Republican establishment would be foaming at the mouth if they wished it. The Republican establishment would be foaming at the mouth if they could even do a fraction of what Bill Clinton and Barack Obama did. Because the thing is, everyone in the left liberal sphere was asleep eating brunch, and we're all guilty of it. But everyone's quick to protest George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., Donald Trump, but everyone's quiet when it's Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and now Joe Biden. Come on, folks. Let's be clear here. Bill Clinton. He's again. Don't RFK Jr. Don't be associating yourself with Bill Clinton. Come on, be better. Be better than that. Be better. Than
let's let it finish out as another 35 seconds.
And pro-American worker. His father and his uncle would both be Republicans today. He is now polling at 20% among Democrats, and I think he's going to build on that. So I'm going to start with you next time. We're out of time. I'm so sorry. But he is a little bit more moderate, isn't he? His messages are, I think, it's resonating with a lot of people.
Well, I think, to that point quickly, I mean, look, 500,000 Americans are 60 days behind on car payments. We have debt levels at unforeseen levels in the history of this nation. Inflation is killing Main Street. The candidate that puts the dollars of the American people first, the security of the hard work that secured those dollars, is going to be the person that's the 47th president of the United States of America.
All right. No.
I don't know how Case Study QB sits through all of this, and I mean, he has to have some Pepto, like a whole big just gallon of Pepto next to him.
I don't know.
He's through all this stuff, but I'm glad he's doing it. Better him than me. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's made out of stronger stuff than me. That's all I gotta say. Case Study QB, who's still wrongly being censored, because I know you're logged into Twitter right now. I could see you doing that, but you have to click on the view.
I have to click on the view thing.
But if you look for Case Study QB's Twitter account incognito, like logged out, you get that warning like, oh, this is like sensitive material, very similar to like an adult performer's Twitter account or adult page. But the thing is, all he's posting is interviews from corporate media. So Elon Musk, hey, end the Twitter censorship that's happening to Case Study QB. And this was happening before Musk took over. So Case Study QB has been dealing with this since we first started collaborating with him a while ago. I mean, he's been dealing with this for like over 2 years now.
Yeah.
Probably a little more than that now.
All right. Another clip on topic. We're just doing some reaction a little bit here. Case Study QB just put this one out earlier today, this morning.
Yeah, talked about this on yesterday. Yeah, I actually had a chance to see this. This is the video where we were talking about it. I didn't agree with a lot of RFK Jr.'s answers, but Daniel brought up, like, again, this is the most progressive. It's progressive in the realms of establishment. It's the most progressive establishment answer, and again, it's not the best, but probably the most progressive in regards to
further left than Marianne. Further left than Marianne.
Reasonable, reasonable, and it's debatable. But again, check it out for yourself.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Oh, let me turn it down a little bit. Hold on, everybody.
President Biden has some competition, not entirely smooth sailing to another nomination from the Democratic Party. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is challenging the president for a chance to be at the top of the ticket in 2024, and he joins us tonight in studio. Sir, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Brad.
There are recent polls. We have a poll out where you are at 19%. There are other polls you're hovering around 20, 21. That raised some eyebrows in political circles. What do you think is working for you as far as topic?
Let's put this on the screen. Let's stop it here. And this is why Crystal Ball did what she did. You see that number?
Mm-hmm.
You see how he is now, because remember the video of Crystal Ball, K&K, Crystal Ball and Kyle, aka Jay-Z and Beyonce. Remember that video they put out where it's like, it's just one, it's just Marianne Williamson, guys. That's it. And Nick and I were saying, like, what would happen if they had more? There's a lot of questions we posed. RFK jumps in, immediately overtakes second place, like by more than double, as you can see here. And in some other polls, he's even doing more. Now, let's throw out the Rasmussen poll, which has him neck and neck with Joe Biden. He has him at 35. It has Joe Biden at 36. And then Marianne Williamson is at a distant fourth in that Rasmussen poll. Let's throw that out and let's just go with some polls that look more like this, where they had him at 21%, I think, and they had Marianne Williamson maybe at 4%. But this is the reason, Kit, that Crystal had to go in and play her, Kill Bill thing, like this graphic said. This is the reason why Crystal had to do what she did right here, is because of this thing here. Is because of these numbers here. It's like, wait. And he's no on Ukraine, a drastic difference than Marianne Williamson and Joe Biden, who are more closely related in their war stance. And he's whether you anti-vax or not, at least he's different than the other two, is what I'm basically saying. Whether you agree with him or not, he's different. So he's providing a different lane, which may be why he's a crossover candidate. He can bring in Republicans. He can bring in independents. Go ahead.
I think he has what it takes